Hi, this is Zak Mir with the US penny stock highlights, and we're starting off with AutoWeb. It's nice to see a stock which has hit an ambitious looking target. That target was defined by last year's resistance line projection, the top of that channel at $4.70 plus. I suppose now we're looking towards the next level, if that could be delivered, and that might be up as high as the $5.50 area, which is a line of resistance from way back in May, June 2018. But only while we remain above the resistance line and the $4.70 zone. So above 470 up to 550 as a last part of the bull run in AutoWeb. Next situation is one that I've looked at before, ImmunoTech, but it's been dragging its heels a bit along the bottom of the range. The positives here, I suppose, are the way that we've had support come in at and above, in fact, the 200-day moving average currently at $1.87, so above that in a bullish mode. Initial target 266 at the 50-day line, and hopefully after that a retest of last month's resistance through $4. Bigger picture target, hopefully maybe something by the end of the year, something like that, would be a move towards the top of that rising trend channel from June 2019 towards the $9 area. So that would be probably the best scenario there. Maybe a 3 to 4 month target on that basis, but really waiting for a sustained move above the 50-day line, currently around the $2.66 area. Next contender is one which is called DGLY, and here you'll be able to see that shares a similar one to the previous situation in the sense that we've been finding support above the 200-day moving average. That's currently at $1.67. Support line there from back in the end of May, running at approximately the $2 level, so that's, I suppose, the nearest stop loss. And above $2, looking for at least the 50-day line at $3, and hopefully then after that retesting the initial July resistance at $4.40 plus. Big picture target, a bit like the last stock we're looking at, up to $9 on a 3 to 4 month basis, probably, if the shares can get their act together. But this looks encouraging because we managed to gap up through the 200-day line beginning of June, and we've held that gap as well. In fact, we had a second gap there, but we have held that gap, and that is the key probably to the stock's fortunes. On to Innodata, which here you can see has had a bit of a dance either side of that resistance line there from back sort of a couple of years ago now. I suppose the best way to play this really is to look at that old high there from December 18. That's around the $202.06 level, and I suppose allowing the wiggle room that the stock has forced us to have, i.e. allowing down to 180, one would then say that while we're above that particular low, this week's swing low, looking for a top of May 2019 price channel target as high as $3 over the next 4 to 6 weeks. So above 180 up towards the $3 level. Next stock is one that I don't think I've heard of before, but that shouldn't stop us enjoying the current charting position at Moxian. I can type in the right code. Here we are. Moxian, probably the best recovery situation of the day. We've had this extended sort of rounded base building since March, broken up above the 200-day line at $1.38 just in recent days. And the view at the moment really is that while we're above the neckline resistance there around $1.85, that mid-August resistance, one would expect higher prices and probably a retest of not only yesterday's high, but possibly a move towards the top of the September rising trend channel from last year, as high as $4 plus. So above 185, looking for the $4 plus level over the next month or two in Moxian. Another stock to keep an eye on at the moment is PEDEVCO. You can see that had quite a sparky session yesterday. The key here really is the end of day close above previous resistance. So let's say the previous resistance there went around $1.87, $1.88. So above 188 on an end of day or end of week close basis, hopefully and we could see a fresh push to the upside. Just how far we could stretch is probably defined by that resistance line there from the end of April, currently pointing at $3, which is obviously recent sort of 1 to 2 year highs anyway. So about 185, the chance of $3 there for PEDEVCO. Just a few stocks to go now. One which is always tends to be seems to be rather unpronounceable, but here we've got Qutoutiao, which has broken its recent resistance at this resistance line there from July rather, and that line there around $2.75. So above that on an end of day close basis, end of week close today. Initial target there through $3. Big picture target up to the top of the recent range, which is $4.50 plus, and stop loss back below $2.45 at the moment. But ideally, we don't actually trade back below that July resistance line for Qutoutiao. I think that's probably the best way the best pronunciation I can deliver at the moment. Next up, an easier stock to pronounce, Stereotaxis, which is a stock which is looking relatively encouraging at the moment. The reason for that is it looks like there's been a narrow bear trap from below the initial May support at $3.34, and while we hold above that on an end of day close basis, initial target here towards $4 and the 50 and 200 day moving averages, and then after that as high as $5.50 to test June resistance. But the key here is $3. The $3.30 area will hold, or does hold, over the next few sessions. Couple of stocks to go now. Here we've got VBI Vaccines. Bear trap below the floor of that rising trend channel from January. I suppose the support there at $2.90, but near term, I suppose one would really use the 50-day moving average at $3.93 or $3.91 rather as the stop loss. End of day close below that, killing the bull argument for now. And as far as the upside is concerned, retesting July resistance in the top of the channel there through $7. But as I said, the key here really probably holding the 50-day line. We don't want to see the kind of messing around that we had in the last week or two with that bear trap move. Finishing off with one of the best movers of the recent past, and one of the highlights, I suppose, of the penny stocks in the recent months, or recent weeks rather at least. Here we've got VivoPower International. We have the initial target there around the $3 level, top of that broadening triangle, and the best case scenario target, which we haven't actually quite hit, but $5.60 plus, hopefully will be hit over the next few sessions. If you're trying to work out a stop loss, probably the resistance on the way up around the $4.25 level is probably the best or the tightest one can achieve in what is clearly quite a volatile situation. That's it for me today. More updates later on.